Hello everybody, what's up and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll be doing another thoughts and reactions to some brand new images that we just got today. Now, you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail, you know exactly what we're going to be looking at today. In this video, we're taking a look at some brand new images for the Transformers Kingdom Titan class, the Oak. Now, with that being said, let's get in some of these pictures. And here we have it. After months and months of speculation and rumor going around about this Titan class figure, here we are finally with some high-res official images of it, and my gosh, it looks fantastic. It's cast in a beautiful golden paint with some fantastic dry brushing and detailing and just body image all throughout. You can see that there's just a ton of scrap and metal missing to match its depiction from the Netflix Siege and Earthrise show with that nice little Autobot logo in the background. And oh my gosh, guys, it just looks fantastic in a word. I can barely describe it. I'm just in the entire 40 years of the Transformers franchise, we have never gotten a figure like this. And I'm just extremely excited that we are finally getting a figure of the Ark. Coming to our next image, you can see we have Teletran 1, and I'm just so excited we're getting this with this figure. We haven't yet seen this in the Netflix series, so he was hoping that we're going to see it in the New Kingdom show, but Teletran 1 looks fantastic. You can see some very nice detailing on the screen, which is probably going to be stickers, and it just, again, cast in that lovely gold paint. It just looks fantastic. But if you look on the bottom of Teletran 1, you can see some little hinges down there. What do you think those are for? Oh yeah, it's because it transforms. I kid you not, my friends. Teletran itself, not the Ark, but Teletran 1 itself transforms, and it looks great. Now, obviously, Teletran 1 is it's a kibble, not kibble, sorry. It's a panel piece. There's obviously going to be some kibble throughout the block mode, most noticeably on the bottom legs and that huge panel on the back. But it looks fantastic, and the fact that Teletran 1 itself can transform is simply amazing. Now, again, it's just cast in that beautiful gold paint with some mixes of black and gray throughout. It looks great. Now, here's an interesting image. You can see the very tiny figurine that came with the, I think that was the HasLab Unicron compared next to the Ark itself. Now, a lot of people have speculated that the Kingdom G1 Core class figures will release to scale specifically with this Titan class figure, but that doesn't look to be the case. You can see that even though the HasLab Hot Rod figure is extremely tiny, the Ark is just not big enough to hold any of these Kingdom Core class figures. So it might be just companion pieces for the Ark mode or the bot mode itself, but a little bit of a letdown in my personal opinion, but what are you gonna do? It still looks fantastic. And here's an image of the Ark from a back perspective. You can see, I think those are the blast effects that will come with this Titan class figure, pegged into the thrusters. And I wish those thrusters had some LED lights in them. We don't know, but they probably won't. But I think that could possibly look amazing. Seeing how they all just cast out of transparent blue plastic, that could have made it for a very cool effect. But hey, just throwing it out there, it still looks great. You can see I'm stalling out my speech so you can get a better look at the Ark, because it looks fantastic. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's a little dumb, but I'll keep it anyways, because why not? But here is what you've all been waiting for. The Ark transformed up into his bot mode, and my gosh, it looks fantastic. I know I've been saying that throughout this entire video, but I really think it looks fantastic. You can see the thrusters transform into the bottom legs, the main middle area of the Ark transform into the chest, and that there's just mechanical detailing all throughout this video. Now, it does appear to be a bit smaller than the other Titan class figures from the trilogy line, like Scorponok and Omega Supreme. Might be wrong, but it just does appear to be a bit smaller. Moving on to some less exciting images. Here is another image, officially, of the Kingdom Leader class Galvatron. And in my last reaction video, I did kind of throw a lot of shade toward this guy, but with these official images, he does look much better, much more proportionate, and just much more G1 accurate. You can see that the fusion crane is extremely long, and he will include I think it was the Nemesis? No, the Revenge ships. I think that might be an add-on for the HasLab Unicron, but if you don't have that figure, it does appear to transform into some kind of railgun almost. It looks fantastic. Again, I do like this much better. I don't know why, just different angles, I guess. And here's an image of him transformed up into his tank mode, and it does look pretty good. You can see the gun, again, cast out of transparent orange plastic. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think I would have rathered it just be a solid, very light orange plastic, but it looks fine, you know. It does appear to be a little bit out of proportion in some areas, like that top fin section. That might be due inaccurate, I can't exactly remember. Please remind me down in the comment section below, but overall, it looks good. And surprising me, we have some official images of the Wave 3 Deluxe Class Scorponok. And I've never been a huge fan of this character, but this figure, it looks great. You can see it's a very faithful adaptation of him from the original Beast Wars cartoon, but much like all the other Kingdom figures, has a much lighter color palette to match what I would assume would be the Kingdom show. But the sculpting mode itself still does look fantastic. I think the colors do mesh fairly well together. It might just be this background though. But I think overall, the sculpting mode itself looks fantastic. It definitely does look like a very big deluxe class figure. Come do an image of him in this bot mode. It does look pretty good. You can see again that those colors are lighter to match what I assume would be his kingdom appearance. But I'm not the biggest fan of that chest region. It looks a bit too bulky for my taste, but that is pretty accurate to the character of Tarantulas, so I'll give that a pass. But I'm not the hugest fan of that red on his sides. I think that much red and that much concentrated of an area kind of throws the color palette off a little bit, if that makes sense. But it still looks fantastic. I was a huge fan of the Beast Wars show, so I'll be happy to add this guy to my collection. Hey guys, editor review here. So I forgot to add an actual image, and by the time I realized it was a bit too late to change it. So please enjoy this image of Scorponok in his bot mode while I do my crappy little outro. But with all that being said, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Tell me down in the comments what you thought of these images. I myself am super excited about the Kingdom Titan class arc and the Little Galvatron. Scorponok, he doesn't look the best, but I'll still be picking him up. But with that being said, thank you again for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.